This team is they're just something else for my mental health. There's something else for my heart. I'm surprised that I'm still here with the way that my heart pumps out of my chest from some of these games. Anyway, Rangers win, baby, 3-2 over the Pittsburgh Penguins. And this was a game that, you know, they took their foot off the gas at the end of it, but hey, you come out with the 2 points, and I guess you take it against Pittsburgh because it's more like a 4-point game. Obviously, this was a game coming into it that the Rangers needed to win, as the Rangers right now, or at least before the game, were sitting 1 point behind the Pittsburgh Penguins at 89, while the Penguins had 90. The Rangers still had a game in hand. Of course, though, they're still going to have a game in hand because they just played each other tonight. So this was a crucial game for the Rangers to win if they wanted to put themselves in a prime position to potentially get home ice advantage. So huge game in that regard, and the Rangers came to play. They showed up, and I'm pretty pleased for the most part with how they played. But before we do recap this one, be sure to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you are Ranger fans. Tomorrow, by the way, we are going to be live for the Rangers versus Red Wings game, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to do a watch along, and I'll still do the reaction video after in case anyone doesn't want to come for the watch along or can't come for the watch along, so don't worry about that. But also turn the notifications on so you know when I upload and so you know when I go live tomorrow for the game, because I'm probably going to go live like a half hour earlier than the game actually starts. So yeah, let's dive into the action though. With all that being said, huge win. Huge win. I'm very impressed that the Rangers actually showed up. Like I said, foot off the gas towards the end of the game, but for the most part, this game felt a lot, and pretty much the whole way through, it felt like a playoff game, even to the end, because at the end, realistically, yeah, the Rangers took their foot off the gas, but it was really the last few minutes with the empty net with Pittsburgh, where any team is going to succeed when they have the man advantage. That's just how it is, or at least they will for the most part. But the Rangers, speaking of man advantage, they did not give Pittsburgh a lot on their man advantages tonight, but we'll get to that in a minute. But let's dive into this. Like I said, no more wasting time as I have. But yeah, right off the rip, Dryden Hunt, you have him on the opening shift with Andrew Kopp and Artemi Panarin. That's another thing to note for tonight, is that you had Ryan Strome go out of the lineup with a lower body injury. He will probably play tomorrow against Detroit. Maybe not. Maybe they want to rest him. Who knows? But you might want to get him in just so you have a fresh body for tomorrow against Detroit. But Ryan Reeves then slid back into the lineup. He went on the fourth line to play with Tyler Mott and Johnny Brzezinski. So, yeah, Dryden Hunt, and early he makes a showing that it's going to be one of those nights from him, as he misses a golden opportunity on a rebound after a great shot from Jacob Trouba. So you had a feeling right off the rip. But you had a nice little defensive play from Keandre Miller on a 2-on-1 a little bit after that. So that was nice to see. It's nice to see Keandre Miller start to make some solid defensive plays. He's improving his game a bit over the past few games. Am I still pleased? No, he's still a little far behind, in my opinion, defensively. But we are seeing a bit of improvement, and I'll take it even if it's not big improvements, because hopefully it will lead to it. The fourth line then had a pretty solid shift. We didn't get to say that much of that tonight, but Mott was just having some really good opportunities. Trouba with another great shot, and was anyone there for the rebound? Nope. Tyler Mott was not there, but another great chance. Then you have Jacob Trouba getting another chance off of a insane spin move, which if he scored a goal there, my God, that would have been a highlight reel goal, but obviously he didn't. But you're looking already at a chance where Jacob Trouba could have got a hat trick in the first period, which is just mind-blowing in itself. But Jacob Trouba, offensively, I don't know what he was on tonight, but he was all over them, at least in the first period. In the second and third, and he kind of dialed it back and thought, maybe I'll stop shooting the puck, because clearly we're not going to score on rebounds tonight. But he was overall still really solid. What's next, though? You have Kopp. He gets an opportunity. But overall, the Rangers at this point in the game, just defensively, they were doing so well. The amount of turnovers that they were forcing the Penguins, and How about the icings and icings and icings and icings and icings and icings and icings? I ended up tweeting in the third because in the third period, we had icings and icings and icings. But you have Igor, then Rob Heinen. I think it was Carter with the pass on the 2-on-1, and that couldn't get broken up there. So just a good pass over to Heinen, but Igor robs him. But then we learned it was off the post, so it wasn't too thrilled afterwards. It kind of sucked, but it is what it is. Then Vetrano gets a chance backdoor. Mika gets an opportunity in front there as well. But yeah, the Rangers, I had a bad feeling at that point in the game. I was like, the Rangers are getting opportunities, and I love what I'm seeing, but doesn't it reek a lot like that game that we had earlier against Pittsburgh where we lost 1-0, where Jari just goalied us and we played a pretty solid game and ended up losing. Didn't it reek of that game at points? Because I thought it did. But Ross just got chance after chance late in this first period. Then the Penguins, though, unfortunately, will score a goal. It is Brian Boyle from Dumoulin and Letang. Because, of course, Brian Boyle gets a tipping goal. Where's Adam Fox? Where's Ryan Lindgren? I don't know. Tyler Mott was the only one in front of the net. So that was just a piss-poor defensive effort by the two of them there. I don't know what's up with Adam Fox lately, but it's getting worrisome to me that he's continuing to make these defensive mistakes night in and night out. He needs to get together. He needs to get together because it is embarrassing watching this guy not being able to do things that we saw him do last year. Then out of nowhere, Jari on one of the Rangers' chances, the play goes behind the net, and Hedl was going to whoever was behind the net, and Jari just decides to take a whack at Philip Hedl. Nothing was called there, and I apparently was the only one that noticed it because I didn't see anyone else on Twitter complaining about it. So maybe I'm just crazy and I saw something else, but I swore I saw what I saw. And then Trouba hit a post again. He could have had 4 goals at this point in the game. The Rangers could have been up 4-1 after this period. It just sucked that, again, it felt like they were going to get goalied. But how many icings that period for the Penguins? My God, they were setting records. But I had a vibe, like I said, that it was just going to be a 1-0 loss. Shots on goal in that period, 9-5 in favor of the Rangers. And it was just boring. That second period, for the most part, boring. There was nothing exciting for most of that second period. But yeah, Fox doing a nice he just cruises through the neutral zone, sets up Lafreniere for a chance. Can't bury that, which sucks because Lafreniere's point streak ended tonight, which is unfortunate. Then Ryan Lindgren takes a dumb penalty. Thankfully, the Rangers had a really great penalty kill. And were they able to wake up? Nope. But Braden Schneider with a sick defensive play right after that on a 2-on-1 makes a huge sliding, diving, breakup pass play. I don't remember who it was on the 2-on-1, but he made a great play there. That was ridiculous. And then after that, the Rangers do finally get on the board, as it is Frank Vetrano from Mika Zibanejad and Chris Kreider. And Frank Vetrano, he was known as a Penguin killer. And what does he do? Score a goal against the Pittsburgh Penguins, as he has been on fire for the Rangers. Great play by Mika Zibanejad as well there to set him up. And the Rangers tie the game at 1. Then the third line has a nice shift. And the Rangers started to cook a bit. You're like, all right, here we go. Penguins went a while without a shot. Same thing happened in the first period where they went a really long time without a shot, like 6-7 minutes, I think it was. But after one of the whistles, the Pens started whacking at Vetrano. What are you mad because he scored the goal? Come on, stop being a baby. But after that, not too long after, Braden Schneider scores a beautiful pass by Artemi Panarin. Andrew Kopp will also get a point on that. Love to see that. And Schneider with a snipe, a Rooney, and the Rangers go up 2-1. And the Rangers had a really solid period, as the shots were 9-8 in favor of them. And I thought that was a really good period, especially at the end of it. They didn't give Pittsburgh much. They had a good offensive zone pressure, and I really love what I saw. Then the Rangers started, apparently, the third period on the power play. I don't know what happened at the end of that period before, but okay. You take it. And what happens on it? Oh, yeah. Chris Kreider, meat market. Christopher James Kreider scores his 45th of the season from Adam Fox, who fires one to the boards, and Kreider just picks up the rebound there. And Artemi Panarin gets his 60th apple on the season, and the Rangers go up 3-1. And it's like, oh baby, I got a good feeling about this one. Then Kreider tries to tip a shot from Nemeth after that. And then the excitement kind of dies down because Barclay Goodrow takes a dumb penalty as well. So yeah, Pittsburgh goes back on the power play, and thankfully that ended up getting killed off. Really great kill there. They were playing a lot of keep away there. Sorry, trying to figure out if it was that power play, but no, it was the next one. Yeah, Andrew Copp takes an offensive zone penalty. Questionable if you could have called it or not, but at the same time, I understand the call. It was a little questionable, but it is what it is. It's Pittsburgh at the end of the day. So, yeah, Copp gets a penalty, and of course, you saw it coming from a mile away. The Pittsburgh Penguins score, and it's, of course, Crosby, who we kept off the board for a while, and we weren't this game. He scores his 25th from Malkin and Letang. And Igor, that's one that he probably wants back, but either way, it's still a 3-2 game, and the Rangers just had to wake up a bit. But it was just icing and icing and icing after that, again, from both sides at that point. And Pop gets a good opportunity, and then Dryden Hunt, he gets an opportunity. What does he do with it? Nothing, because why is he even playing on the second line? You had Mott get a chance before that. Fox with some nice defensive plays, though, there. So, all right. You like to see that. Fox with some good defensive plays. And then the last 2 minutes, the Rangers decided to give all of us a heart attack as the Rangers get a rush on the empty net with Kreider, Copp, and Zibanejad. Kreider could have shot it. Nope. Let me pass it to Copp. Copp, right in front of the net. Nope. Let me pass it to Mika. Mika can't bury it. And then the puck goes loose in front of the net. Kreider tries to bury another opportunity. And whoever was standing in goal comes up with the save there. And then Barclay Goodrow after has one that hits the post. And I was hitting bricks. But Igor just came up with a huge save on Gensel. And then he came up with another big save after that. Covers it. 4.3 seconds. The Rangers don't win that faceoff there. But the Penguins struggle. I think it was Letang with the puck who couldn't keep it together. And he tries to get the pass across to, I believe it was Crosby. And Crosby couldn't bury that. So the Rangers hold on to win this one 3-2. And for whatever reason, Malkin decided to just throw Mika Zibanejad because, yeah, that's what you do when you're salty, huh? But I am absolutely pleased with that. Shots in that period, 11-8 in favor of the Penguins. But pretty much back and forth. And it felt like a playoff game all night for the most part. So I'm very happy. Shots on goal, 26-24 in favor of the Rangers. Face-off percentage, 54-46 in favor of the Penguins, which I'm very pleased with considering the Rangers struggled in the face-off dot in particular, particularly in the first period is what I meant to say. Hits 38-32 in favor of the Rangers. Block shots 19-13 in favor of the Rangers. Giveaways 2 for the Rangers, 13 for the Penguins. Yeah, the Rangers forced a lot of turnovers, especially in that first period. So I was very pleased there. Let's get into each individual line though for the night. So Zibanejad, centering, of course, Kreider and Vetrano. That's the way it has been lately, and it's probably going to stay that way even when Kakko comes back because, my God, have they been good together? And am I surprised? Yeah, because I didn't think they were going to, but Frank Vetrano's thriving with the two of them, and I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. I thought all three of them had a really solid game, and Mika Zibanejad, I think it's about time we start giving him some respect for his defensive ability because he makes some nice defensive plays that go under the radar, and it blows my mind still that every other fan base says that he's overrated, and it's to the point, honestly, where he's underrated, in my opinion. The second line, so, like I said, it was different tonight. It ended up being Panarin, Copp, and Hunt. Dryden Hunt should just not be playing hockey, and hopefully when the team's fully healthy, he won't be. But Copp and Panarin had really good games. Panarin, of course, had that beautiful setup on the Schneider goal, and Copp gets a point, and he had numerous opportunities. So I'm very pleased with his effort. So second line, good stuff there. And let's see, did Copp do well in the faceoff dot? Not really, 36%. Not too pretty there. Third line, though, being Lafreniere, Hedl, and Barclay Goodrow. I thought that they were pretty decent. They didn't have too much good stuff going on. They were definitely the quietest of the lines tonight. Not that they were particularly bad. I thought the fourth line was worse, but they didn't really do too much. They were kind of just doing little things, especially Barclay Goodrow, because that's just how his game is. Lafreniere had that chance in the second period. That's really about it from that line. I don't really remember them generating too many chances, but overall, I'm okay with how they played. And then the fourth line, not too pretty. I thought Mott had a good game, but Brzezinski and Reeves did not have that great of games, and it showed because they barely got any ice time. But I think Tyler Mott should move to the second line. Dry and Hunt needs to move to the fourth. For the defense, Lindgren and Fox, they had that bad defensive play. Fox in the third period, he definitely looked pretty solid. Lindgren, he was just taking a dumb penalty. I didn't like his play too much tonight, personally. For Miller and Trouba, I thought that they were solid tonight. I thought Miller and Trouba had a pretty decent game, especially offensively for Trouba. He was great. Miller, I only really remember one play. I think it was that 2-on-1 with Heinen, where Keandre Miller got beat by Jeff Carter there. And yeah, that was really the only bad play I remember from that pair. But outside of that, they were pretty solid. And then Nemeth and Schneider. Nemeth, he was decent. I mean, better than what we've seen, but nothing that jumps off the charts. And then Schneider had a really great game. Like I said, he's underrated with how he moves the puck, in my opinion. And then Igor Shesterkin, of course, had a really solid game because that's just what he does. Igor Shesterkin. Let's get to Twitter, though, now. Mika the Crides. Thoughts on Kreider being five away. Should have been 4, but we don't complain. Yeah, that pisses me off, but I'm hoping. I'm knocking on wood in case he gets hurt or anything, but needs to do it. I need it. He needs to do it, and hopefully he will. But yeah, it should be 4 right now when he decided to shoot on the empty net. But it is what it is. New York Style 24. I'm shaking. What a win. Yeah, that's how I felt pretty much, and my heart is still pounding like crazy. But we could breathe. We could relax because the Rangers won a huge game that helps them put them in a position where they'd get home ice right now against Pittsburgh. They're in a position where the magic number, I believe, is down now to 11 points. Bunch of playoff berth. So let's all relax because they won. NWare 10, what were your thoughts after we didn't score on the empty net? My heart dropped to the floor. I was standing, shaking, going crazy until that final horn sounded and the Rangers won the game. That's pretty much how that went down. Shesty owns you, says no laugh point. Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks, but at least he got 2 points last game, right? He'll bounce back. And then John says, big ass win, guys. Yeah, basically, that sums it up. But that's pretty much going to sum it up for me as well. So, yeah, the Rangers now have 91 points on the year as they are ahead of Pittsburgh. Let's see if the magic number has updated, as it has not. But, yeah, it will be down to 11 now. I'm really happy. Happy with this game. Happy with the win. Let's hope they could do it again tomorrow in Detroit. Just a reminder, like I said at the beginning of the video, I will be live for that game tomorrow if you do want to watch along with me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans. Turn notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go Rangers, baby.